Welcome back, y'all. Let's see if you are there. Let me know if you can hear us. We are live. I can't. My phone. I'm sorry, y'all. My brain ain't working, but my phone is not. The sound isn't up. So I want to take us to our page. My phone. I'm sorry, y'all. My brain ain't working. Okay.
What is that?
Sorry, this sound isn't up. It's working now. All right, y'all. Back. Take two. Welcome to the Elevate and Dominate podcast. I am Goddess Arroya.
Mistress Odessa.
Orpheus Black.
Again, say that again. Who are you?
Orpheus Black.
Okay, because you're gonna have to come over to the mic because we got a lot of a lot of stuff.
Orpheus Black.
This motherfucker.
Oh,
We already talked about drooling on the mic.
I wasn't talking about drooling on a mic.
We can get back to that. Let's get back to that. If you're out there and you can hear us, we're talking about drooling on the mic. This mic.
No, we weren't. We were not talking about a mic. Stop lying. It was not a mic. It was a cigar, but there was the phallic insinuation.
True.
That something long, cylindrical, and brown might be arousing. Just saying.
This one here.
I mean, stars and goddess.
we need to get you to pick out the cigar though. You're the best. That is your job. You are the best cigar picker, and you have to get one that she can like.
Okay, so here's the criteria to pick the perfect one. I have to look at the lips. Oh yeah, I know the perfect ones.
I'm surprised you didn't take that dirty. That's cool.
I was going to go dirtier, but I was like, we're still learning each other. So
yeah, he can get pretty dirty. Yeah.
That would have been a good one.
It could like get really dirty.
There's a fallen opportunity.
Just letting you know.
So here's the thing. People have to understand just a real quick thing about cigars because we're over at Genuine Cigars. And what's important about cigars is to remember it's about the time and the experience, not necessarily the girth or the length. Those really determine.
You just see how we turn our heads? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, about girth and length.
Girth and length.
Right. It's about time, stamina, endurance, And so if you really want to enjoy it, you have to really lay back into it and relax.
Okay.
Take your time. And make sure that you're taking it as deep as possible without going too deep. Perfect.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, she's taking notes, not about girth. Oh, yeah. We definitely need notes length, for this. Not about length.
Okay.
But the browner, the better.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay. All right. The browner, the better. Okay. So, I know you had a particular one that you really like when we came here last time. What was that called?
So I love Partagas and Rocky Patel.
Rocky Patel,
right.
That's what.
What's up with the girth and the length of those? Why do you like it so much?
Why do you like a Rocky?
First of all, let's just be honest. It's about the enjoyment, the taste, and the texture. You know what I mean? That's it. But
I'm making him blush a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So here's the thing: the darker the cigar, the more richer and full the experience.
Why did you look like that when you said it?
I wonder.
I know that was intense. Why. That was intense.
just saying,
Okay.
But the lighter it is, the lighter the experience. It's less full-bodied.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so you may experience, for a newbie, you might want a lighter cigar.
Yeah.
But for those who want to go deep into the experience, you might want something like a Maduro. You know what I mean?
Maduro.
Yeah.
That just sounds expensive.
It is.
It sounds like it. Maduro.
And the other was, in all seriousness, cigars are a part of Kink and has been a part of Kink since the very beginning. It really comes over from the military aspect of this when people are getting out of the military and they smoked a lot of cigars. Right, so we still smoke cigars. So if you go to leather things, they have tons and tons and tons of cigars. Cigar socials are happening all over the place with kinky people. That being said, showing up and knowing how to light and smoke a cigar is really important if you're in kink.
And this year, you're going to be going to a lot more. Look, you got your leather, so now you need
She got a leather.
you got your leather. So now you got to have that.
You gotta get you a harness.
Oh, she's got.
No, a chest harness.
Oh.
Jeez Louise.
She's got a few. I'm sure she's
Not
got
a,
a few.
not a waist harness. The chest harness.
Yeah, I, you got a few, right? Don't you?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure she does.
No comment on that note.
I just said maybe. It's a comment.
Well, while you pick the cigar, we will
Oh.
intro the show.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah,
Fine. Get rid of me.
we're not getting rid of you. Come on back. He's always so like dressed up. We juiced it up a little bit today, you know.
Yeah, you told me to.
But like I didn't put my 3-piece suit on and my tie. You know what I'm saying? You put a bra on. Look at
I
you.
know. And it's a good one. Look.
Oh yes. Oh, that's really cute. And your boobs look pretty good in that. They look pretty big.
Thanks.
Yeah. Have they grown?
No.
They look
It's
like
just
they
a-
have.
it's a
They
quality bra.
okay. A quality bra does it. I got mine. Wait, I gotta put this down so you guys can see. See. Tits. Titties. Yeah, for y'all. That's for y'all.
Yeah.
But okay, so I have the show on here, and like we're just coming back and we're having a good time. That's what it's about, as always. But I do want to ask some questions because we had some questions come in via mail. So I'll wait for Orpheus to come back to answer those questions. But yeah, we'll be having some questions today. But what I want to talk about first until he gets back is, what does community actually look like to you?
Oh.
Like community, like you left and you went somewhere, and I know you had a new community that was around you. And what was that like? What did that feel like to have? Because I know it was a completely new environment,
Yes, it
but
was. Yeah.
what did that community like to you feel like?
Yeah, it was a little challenging for me to build a new community up there. I think a lot of it was just adjusting because I was doing everything different up there. Like,
Mhm.
girl, I was going to sleep at 8:30 p.m. I was, yeah.
Wow,
like,
you were getting rest.
Yeah, I know. I got a very vanilla job. It was like a full-time vanilla job. It was a lot. So building community up there was a little challenging. I did meet some fun people in the kink world up
Mhm,
there,
mhm.
but it was a lot smaller. I met someone who's really big into shibari. I really wish we could have got him on the podcast, but it
We
just
still
didn't work
can.
out. Yeah,
This is season 3.
that's true. But yeah, it was honestly, I think up there, I was very, I don't know, focused on my relationship, and that probably kind of took me away from building more of a community. But the
Mhm.
people that I did meet up there were amazing. Like a lot of like literal mommies, not like dom mommies, and it was great. It was super chill. But I think community in general, it has to be a place where like you can be yourself and like
Yeah.
open up more and be comfortable and just
Yeah.
safety.
I feel like we've built an online community. It's small but mighty, but we've built an online community, and I feel now after 3 years, going on 3 years now, I'm feeling way more comfortable in front of the mic, being on camera, and now venturing out into the kink community and being at DomCon and be like it really feels like love to me. It feels like love, but there are those moments where I feel like not necessarily pressure, but like those moments where I'm there and I'm like, I don't know anyone, and I want to step out and be more communicative so that I can have community, but sometimes I just kind of
Yeah.
pull in. So that's something that this year I think I'm going to be working through, like really setting myself up to walk in the room and like communicate with people and talk to people. I started that last year.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of building a community as well as being able to view it and like experience it and then decide what avenue of that community you want to build into and like dive into versus being like, oh, I really like the idea of this community, I'm just going to go there and like do that, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But I think taking your time, especially like we're really in any community, but taking your time and deciding like how it's going to serve you
That's important.
yeah, exactly. So
That's
not
important.
just diving in just because you think you like it, because every one and everywhere and everything is going to have things that you're not going to fully agree with or want to be a part of. So I think I'm glad that like you were able to go and push yourself, but I'm glad that you were also like, let me just take a moment
Yeah.
before I just dive right in, because
Yeah.
girl, you know that can be not good.
Yes, I for sure went like I went out to a lot of events and I started going, but I went with my sub. So now this year, now that it's just me and my sub are still friends, but we're not connected in that way. I have to get out. Like there's an event tonight and there's the event tomorrow. There was an event on Wednesday. I wanted to go, but I didn't go. But I said, you know what? I'm going to push myself to go out to one kink event like every other week at least. I need to be hitting up at least two because I'm thinking too moving forward. Like I'm not going to do as many. We already said that I'm not doing as many random sessions. It's always about like learning the person and really building with them and understanding like if we're going to build this connection, we have to know each other. I really don't want to just be working with a lot of random people. So I want to build a community that supports me and that's like here for me.
Exactly.
I can honestly say like even though I'm not with my sub anymore, that was community. It was good community to me. You know what I mean? And I miss that like camaraderie of like having that person like, hey, in this world. But I still have you guys, and I'm looking to build another community. And I've been having conversations with a few subs, and it's just I gotta I gotta get my mind right for
You're
this
ready
shit
to
again.
expand.
Yeah, I'm ready to expand, but sometimes I just feel a little like closed off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but I think that's what it's about. You're always that's everything,
Yeah.
right? Like when I was in the music industry, I loved it for a minute and I hated it. I loved it. I hated it. I loved to hate it. But I don't hate this community. I feel like the essence of it is freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I've been reading this book recently, and the book said, I forgot the name of the book. I just found it on online, and they were saying how whenever you try, oh, we get our own.
Okay.
Oh, fancy.
You see how I treat these ladies? You see,
He just wants to see
Yes.
us individually drool. I'm telling you.
That's
right
all
now.
he wants to see.
Or
Or individual. Okay.
Thank you.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send while we're on here because it's a live. I'm gonna take this link and I'm gonna send it to our Instagram. For those of you who are on Instagram, we had a few questions come in, and we would love to have more questions. So if you have some questions and you're out there, come on in and ask those questions. Okay? Let me find this link. Live. I'm gonna take this link and I'm gonna send it to our Instagram. That's weird. That's what she said. Can you? How did Sometimes my little brain. Okay, there it is. We're gonna quick share this. Oh no, we're not. Oh my god, y'all. I'm starting to really realize too. I'm getting old. When it comes to things, you know how when your mom used to be like, "I this goddamn phone, I can't." That's me. I'm her. I can't even say I'm not anymore.
You're fine. Don't listen to her. She's lying. She's lying. These a few more people just popped on.
Yes.
So if you guys
Hey,
have any
y'all.
questions while we are sending out a link,
Yeah, we're sending out the link right now.
let us know. Put it in the chat.
If you have some kinky questions, I see that we are low key kind of blurry right now. That's kind of weird, huh? Look at that. That's blurry.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there we are. Hi. Because you got to look at the views and you got to look and make sure that we're looking good. So if you guys are out there and you're watching us and we start looking all raggedy, tap in there and say something, okay?
That's the look I'm going for. So just, I don't care.
Oh. Is that the new look for this year? Raggo D?
Well, it used to be my original look.
Yeah.
No.
I have never seen you looking raggedy,
Remember
girl.
at the gym? Anyways, fine. We'll talk about it later.
Well, because all we wore was black. There was nothing else you could
My
do.
hair was pretty wild.
I can't get the link. Okay, there we go. Copy the link. Now, yes,
Yeah.
we are.
And you on the phone?
Yeah, it is. I'm sending the link out to we have people online watching us, but I'm sending the link out to the Instagram. We're waiting for you to come back so we can light these.
Can I get that lighter over there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, every time I do something different other than Guru Orpheus, when I show up dressed like this, anytime I start smoking cigars or something like this, half my community just winds up, well, I guess you're not really Mr. Spiritual.
Really?
Yeah, every time.
Why? Because you're smoking cigars?
They're like, yeah, they want me to be a goddamn monk. I'm like, I am not.
Orpheus is not a monk, y'all.
I'm definitely not a monk.
And just because the name Guru is on the front doesn't mean you're a monk, does it?
No,
It does not.
especially in the Philippines, it does not, because that's where my guruship comes from.
Oh, well, definitely. Well, I can't send the link because I don't have that on here. I don't have that one on here. So do
Forget
you?
it. This is just the first of many.
That's right. And I can always cut it up. We got extra footage. It's going down.
Oh, perfect. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Cut my tip off.
It's not gonna fit your harness after.
Cut my tip.
Don't worry, I got ways to make it fit. Some goodwill and some patience.
So I want to know. You know, can we just start asking each other questions because
Yeah.
you know,
of
here
course.
we go. So I want to know when it comes to a sub, what is your type? And I want each of you to say, what is the criteria if you were to have a personal sub? What would that be like?
Okay, that's a great question. For me, I'm noticing that I like someone that's quirky, a little quirky because I'm quirky. Someone that is very mellow and relaxed and patient is perfect for me because if you are too hype and you want things right away, it ain't happening. It's definitely not happening. Um, I'm not. I don't have a preference on race. I'm cool with any race. So as long as you're comfortable with being with, a dominant woman, we're good.
You have to finish that just started.
Um,
What?
so she said you have to.
You don't know how to light a cigar?
No, this is her
Look at
first
my face.
experience.
Okay.
Look at
You
my
got
face.
he has.
All right. I just got it started.
Hold
for
on
you.
with that.
Okay, hold on. Let's go over this.
Let's go back.
Okay,
Back
so
it
for
up. Back
those
it up.
of you who don't know how to light a cigar, because again, this is why you don't want to be a novice at a kink event and they break out the cigars.
Yeah, because it's your dick. You got to make sure you hold your dick right.
Yeah, it is phallic, you know what I mean? And you want to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Also, a part of training is cigar service, right? So you got to be able to train your subs and everybody to be able to perform cigar service, especially if you're going to smoke or if you're going to be in public, right? So the first thing we do after cutting, and there's multiple different types of cuts, we'll get into that if you guys want to get into that some other time. Then we take the other side, we warm the tobacco until it's kind of brown. You see the smoke coming off.
Mm,
Oh my.
that's not how I like.
And then when you have all nice and round, it's fiery on all edges, you have a good smoke.
And remember, don't smoke it like a cigarette.
How you smoking?
Don't swallow it.
Don't swallow it.
I know. you know I don't. So
But we
you
can
just put it in your
dream.
mouth. So you just put it in your mouth.
Yeah, just do it like
And it's just like,
yeah,
kiss
suck it into your mouth and then blow out.
a little more. Suck it harder. Suck it harder.
There you go. Now when you're ready to do cigarette play, right? It's better to use a cigar than it is an actual cigarette, right? One, it lasts longer, right? So you get more out of it. Two, you get more ash per puff,
Mm.
right? Also, you get more to blow out. The only thing that's better than that is a hookah, but it's really hard to move a hookah around,
Yeah.
That's fair.
right? So when you start thinking about it, it's like learning how to take it into your mouth, hold it there. Some people can even talk. Some people can, like some of these guys around here, they got whole conversations, but it never goes into their lungs.
Got it.
That's right.
Okay.
It's just sitting in their jaws.
But the problem is, I smoke weed. So last time we were here, we have been drinking, which I'm
Allegedly.
not allowed to drink. I'm not allowed to drink anymore. I'm not allowed to drink cigars and smoke.
No,
It's not a thing for us. But
because
when I did, I sucked in the whole thing like a joint. And I was like, It was so nasty. It was disgusting.
So just remember, a cigar is an enhancer to whatever you're doing. So if you're drinking, it's going to double whatever alcohol you have. If you're smoking weed, it's going to double it. If you're doing both, it's going to double it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So it's like if you're going to do one or the other, you should do one or the other until you really get used to smoking. Like how much you can smoke and drink, but without getting sick.
That's key
Right.
because I don't want to get sick.
Yeah. There's everything has some type of dark side that parlays over into kink, sexuality, or something. There's nothing that you can do where someone hasn't made some type of sexual endeavor with regards to it. Remember the Lewinsky where he would dip into her, right, and then smoke it. He'd flavor the tip of his cigar.
Oh,
with
that's
her
what it was
vagina.
called?
Yeah, that's what a Lewinsky is. When you
I
dip
didn't
the
know
cigar
that.
in the
That's
vagina
hot.
and then smoke it. That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty damn high. Yeah. Call it a Lewinsky.
They call it we don't use her first name, but we do call it Lewinsky.
Lewinsky. I know how to light mine, but he likes to light it. And then spiritually, cigars are connected in the spiritual realm. There's a lot of connection to cigars for purity and clarity and clearance. Cigars are a thing.
Before sage was used, tobacco was used.
Ah,
Right. That's why you see so many people in voodoo and all these other traditions. They're using cigar.
ayahuasca ceremonies.
Yep, exactly. So when you start talking about it, this is Mesoamerican magic, is what they would call this, right? And then originally they would sniff it up through they would smoke it through their nose.
I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
They would put the whole thing up into the nose, and then they would inhale through their nose.
Yeah, rape, no?
Wape?
Rape? Oh no, that's like a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's part of how they smoked everything, not just certain ceremonial things. It all went because they felt it went straight into your brain.
Really?
Right. And so, that was the idea that the nose goes straight into the mind. Right. So as you're kind of playing with this, there's so many different things that you can do. So if I want to do a religious scene and I want to do voodoo, you got to have this type of thing. If you want to do, I've done hypnotism with a little bit of magic to it, with a little bit of ritual to it, right? Where I put them in a trance and then I put the drumming music on and I took a big puff and blew it in their face. And they felt like they were getting blown over, It's a whole thing.
That's pretty hot.
Right? You play with whatever you want. Like, as soon as we unshackle our minds from these preconceived ideas as to what sex is, you can start, everything becomes like, oh, I could use this, I could do that,
I think that is a thing too, like opening your mind completely to what you can have in that moment. Like, I think that is a gift. When you have people that are like, I had somebody say to me, oh, I want to do this, but I don't think, I think it's too much. I'm like, tell me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because you increased my, what I have to do too. Like, I'm looking through you to find other ways to find pleasure as well.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons relationships die, is because we're using one person's fantasy and no one else's. It's like we expect this guy or this girl to produce all the what do you want to do tonight? What do you want to do tomorrow? And then after a year, they've run out because the other person's not contributing. Right? I think it's called Shinsho. Shinsho is this idea of the beginner's mind, going back to a child's mind in Buddhism, where it's not about being like unknowing. It's just being curious about everything. It's about being free to dream and imagine and step into a world of your own creation, right? Children have such an amazing mind, right? But as we grow, we lose our connection to that part of ourselves.
That's so real.
And that piece in sexuality is absolutely important because it's the creative impetus, right?
I was the book that I'm reading, it made mention to that. Like, as an adult, we are so serious, and bringing the element of play back into your life. When you play, you didn't try to play as a kid. You just played. You didn't say, I'm gonna do this. And that's another reason, another way to think of this as well. Like in a session or in a scene, like you don't necessarily have to have all these things. I bring a full thing, with all kind of toys, but I started to realize, like, just play, like be in the moment. Don't line up this. It's got to go here, A, B, C. I remember one of my first sessions on the piece of paper, looking at the paper. I'm like, no, let me just play. That's what this is. I'm
Flow and play.
yeah, B.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go about that.
There's a whole don't do that.
Don't
Don't
that.
ash.
Don't ash. Let it.
So the ash acts like a filter,
Okay.
right? So it's actually cooling some of the air down as it comes in, so it's not so hot, and it won't be as harsh as you're going through. The other, so you want to maybe you can a good cigar will give you about 2 inches of ash, right? That ash after an inch is able to be put in the person's mouth, in their hand because it's cool,
hand. Well, it ain't that cool,
right? Or in their pants.
Ooh.
Right?
Look how excited she got.
Right? So this is where like playing with men, playing in the men's spaces, going to leather clubs, you learn a lot about especially cigar play because they do a lot of it. Especially if you're at like the Eagle, Oil Can, Harry's, or one of those big leather daddy spots.
Like the when we went to the Bullet.
The Bullet's not as leather, but they
okay.
do have some of it.
Okay.
But the idea is these guys come in there with their leather on, their leather master's caps, and their leather gloves, and you really see them smoking these fat cigars. They'll be writing their names in someone's chest with the ash, and doing all kinds of stuff like this, right? But you have to learn it safely. You have to go to a community where that's normal, where everybody engages in it, not where it's nuanced, right?
Yeah.
So to me, going into those spaces, like that was like the second area where I learned how to play. That's where I first started getting paid to do scenes
In the leather club.
In the leather clubs.
I have
Yeah.
a question about the leather community.
Yeah.
So, as someone who has been primarily plant-based for a long time,
Yeah.
this is fake leather, pleather, if you will.
Yes.
PVC.
Is it
Leather
PVC?
lights.
So what's tell me, like, how does one, if I wanted to go into the leather community, like what's the vibe? What's the thing?
Well, here's the thing. Leather's an ideal.
Yes.
It's not a just taking it over. Leather's an ideal concept, or ideal versus a concept. It's not about stripping cows of their skin and putting it on your body. It's really a holdover from when people came back from World War II, right? And then they decided to they want to be not a part of society. They want to create their own subculture, right? And so they got motorcycles, and what was motorcycle people wearing? Leather, right? And so they made leather clubs, not motorcycle clubs, leather clubs. And the way that you got in was you earned your leather, right? And that was the most sturdy material to be able to use with a motorcycle. So you had to have leather boots, you had to have a leather jacket. And then you should have had chaps, right? All these things are protective kind of armor, right? And so as you're navigating these spaces, you started earning your leather. You earned your boots, you earned your chaps, you earned your vest, then your patch, then your leg, right? So when a person's actually out there in their what we call cruise wear, when they're out there wearing their sexy leather gear, what they're also doing is signaling to other people how much investment they've made in this community, right? And that's why people look at them often with so much reverence. Now, don't get me wrong, people can go buy this shit all day long, right? But the people who earned it, there's ritual behind it, and you can't disrespect it. Excuse me. I'm drooling now. You know what I mean?
Let's get her courage.
Well,
But the experience.
notice he's got the biggest, longest one.
It's genetics.
Put them together.
It's in
Put
my
them together
genes.
again and look
You know
at
what I'm
it.
saying?
I mean, they pretty much represent us pretty well, though, right?
Look at them. No, put yours down.
That represents us pretty well, though. I like it. So she didn't get to finish what her personal sub is too, but we can finish this.
But so essentially, I mean, I do understand that it's like it's an honor when you're in a leather community, right? It's like it's a process. But so if I wanted to go through that process and they were like, okay, now it's time for your whatever piece of article, could I be like, well, I don't wear real leather?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. That was fine.
Here's the thing. It's the ritual, not the item. right? So some people will have bar vests, some people will have full vests, some people will have biker vests, some people, it's your expression. And so the idea is that other people in your community recognize what it is, right? So I know people who wear they wear just the patch with straps because they're like vegan, like hardcore. So they have like different straps and they just wear their vest. You know what I'm saying? But their community knows what it means, right? And that's all that matters. Yeah.
So she can be a part of the leather family even if she doesn't wear leather.
Yes. And leather
Kind of a silly question, but it was a
No,
real
no,
question.
it's that's
leather
a
family
very
and leather
good
club are
question.
different.
Sorry.
Leather family and leather club are different.
Okay.
So leather family, you can be a leather family and not actually wear leather. It's a group of people who organize under one ideology, one philosophy, one way of being, and they're choosing this way of being to navigate through spaces. So it doesn't have to do with leather particularly. It was just started in those communities, right? Whereas a leather club is you belong to like a biker club. There's a uniform, there's a protocol, there's a ritual, and you have to go through that whole thing, right? And you're part of a larger subculture, not an individual clicky pocket, right? So, like I know leather families that don't wear any leather, right? But they're a part of the leather community and they still show leather virtues.
It's the mentality and the virtues.
That
Absolutely.
makes sense when you said they show leather virtues. That's helpful. That's super helpful.
Leather's going to go away. I think in the next 10 years, in the next 10 to 20 years, we won't see any leather community. If we don't start,
real leather.
No, well, period.
Oh, leather communities? Really?
Because the people who are upholding those virtues are old. And there aren't people who are coming into the clubs as much anymore. You know, they're not wanting to go through the tradition. They look as like they're being pigeonholed. And so much of it happens online.
That's real.
Right? That nobody's going through the rituals. And also you can just buy it. Before you couldn't just buy it.
Leather?
Yeah. You had to go to a motorcycle shop, but you couldn't get that type of leather.
No.
Right? Or you had to find some place online, but people know that's Wilson's leather. That's that crappy shit.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that. That's so interesting.
And then there's a thing called baby leather, right? And then there's there used to be baby leather, femme leather, and hardcore leather. There were these different divisions. Each club had a different process. So if you wore brown leather, that was called baby leather. Right? So you could have baby leather, and it's really just kind of meaning that you're coming up under someone specifically, right? And so you got when your first stage was your leather brown boots, right? Then you got your leather chaps, brown leather chaps. Then you got your brown leather vest, right? And you came up, and then you got to a point where you could start teaching other people, and then you start teaching, and then through your service to the community, you would earn your black boots, and then you're almost like in martial arts where you get a black belt.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So yeah,
who wants to go through this now, though? I don't know.
Well, I'm feeling like a lot of people now, like they want to just be there. They don't want to have to learn the rituals. They like, I did my research online and I am this. You know what I mean? And as you said, we're moving away from that. So how do you feel about that? I mean, I'm going somewhere else, but like, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I don't care. I really believe that people get the type of community that they want. And if you want one that doesn't have ritual or one where people aren't investing in each other, that's fine. That it doesn't matter to me. I had my time. I got to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna come back in and say, hey, you are watching the Elevate and Dominate podcast live. I am Goddess Arroya. You are
Orpheus Black.
And you are.
I'm still struggling. I don't know if I'm smoking this right.
you gotta take it in, like pull it into your mouth. Don't pull it into your throat.
I'll show you that's what I do.
There you go. You pull it in your throat.
I did.
So let me show you the best way to do this. This is the beginner's way of smoking a cigar. First, take a half a deep breath. You go. Then the rest of it, and you're done. There you go. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Right?
So you take that half a breath and hold it and then bring that in.
Yeah. That way you still have fresh air. That way you have fresh air in your lungs. Right? And then the next little bit. Yep. There you go. Yeah. It's not about
I'm Mistress Odessa.
Say it again.
I'm Mistress Odessa.
Wait, you gotta hit the cigar and then say it like smooth for me.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Mistress Odessa.
Oh, and she coughs after.
Oh no, my ash.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh no, my ash.
And
Oh, your ash.
I'm gonna say this too. Whips and cigars are very similar.
Mm.
Whips and cigar.
Whips and cigars.
Yeah, it's not about the crack, just like it's not about the sound as much as it's about how carefully you're engaging with the person with the whip, right? And just like it's not about how much smoke you blow out, it's about the quality of the interaction.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't use the whip, because I used to hit myself in the back of the head too much, and I was like, not for me.
You know what? It's not for you yet.
Not for me yet.
You just gotta learn how to use it right, man.
Because it's not even use it right. It's having the mentality of a person who wants to use it right.
Yeah.
Right. There used to be a TV show called a podcast called Freakonomics.
Sounds so familiar.
Freakonomics.
Yeah,
It was huge.
I did see. Yeah, I remember that.
It was
Yeah,
huge,
I do
right?
remember that.
And one of the things that they said, somebody said, does reading parenting magazines make you a better parent? And what they found is statistically no, but people who tend to read parenting guides tend to be better parents, right? And it's the same thing. Like a person who's like caught up with using a whip safely doesn't tend to be a better person, but a person who would be concerned about using it safely tends to be a better person.
Because you have the mindset of safety.
Yeah, you're not like somebody who just goes out and learns something one day and then start hitting their sub with it, right?
That's true.
Just like swinging on them, like,
why are you looking at her so
you know,
intensely?
just learn something one day and just start pounding on them.
What's the secret?
So he's referring to me and my sub when he showed me how to use the rattan cane, and I used it on my sub. What are we learning this shit for? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but here's the thing.
I wanted to hit him.
You don't.
And he wanted me to use it on him.
He wanted you to use it on him, right?
He did.
He wanted you, and so you used it on him, right?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, because if you continue to do whatever he tells you,
it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was.
I want you to do it, mistress. Okay, I'll have to do it.
No.
Okay, then. Exactly.
I'm never gonna live this down. Just so you know, I will never. If I do some shit, I'm just not gonna show him anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do my shit. It's online. You know, it's on the page. You know, I had him sit Indian style at the top of a mountain, and I was getting my thing going after a hike, and I gave him a good swat, and he had a few marks on his legs, and he was so happy. And I was happy too. And it was because I wanted to do it. I wanted to take him to the top of that mountain. I wanted to feel what it felt like to hit someone with that thing. But now I know.
Look,
in a fight, how I gotta hit it harder, how I gotta,
No.
I'm just, I'm using
what
I got to get out of this, y'all. My voice, I'm trying to get out of this shit.
I was like, I don't think he's buying that.
He's not buying one bit of it. It's okay though.
So it's like this. When you're learning, there's 3 stages, right? First is technique. You gotta learn the technique, right? Then you gotta learn the application, and then you have to know what happens when an emergency arises. I call it T, right? So that's why we're learning, because anyone can hit anybody, right? But it's the once in a million chance that you do something that harms somebody. That's what the training is for.
Yeah.
So, but I have to teach you how to hit to get to that point where I can tell you what the application is, to get to the point to give you the scenarios where now something's went wrong and now you have to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't want the latter two.
No.
They just want the technique.
Right. It's
right.
True.
But I can't tell you how many times, and this is dead to honest truth. Every year, 1 to 2 dominatrixes kill somebody in this country.
It's true.
Every year.
Yeah. I'm not going to be one of those, so.
Right. But the thing is the ones that don't are off, because we're all on the way. We're all in the place where we're going to hurt somebody. It's just the nature of what we do statistically. You play enough, you're going to harm somebody, and now it becomes where your training kicked in.
Where there's pleasure, there's pain.
That's it, right? And so for me, we have to put our energy more into if this goes wrong, what do I do? It's not choking somebody, it's when they are unresponsive. Now what do you do?
Right.
Right? Because I would be doing a person a disservice to just teach them how to do choking and not teach them how to sustain that person until the paramedics show up.
And let me be clear. I was not hitting him full. I gotta clear my own shit, you know. Let me be clear and say that I was not hitting him full force because I know how hard those sticks are. I learned from him. Okay.
Don't put me in it.
No, I'm just saying. And when he showed me, he was telling me to be safe. So I wasn't doing it maliciously. Like, let me just go fuck this guy up with a stick. Like, I was literally doing it safely.
Yeah, and I think
And-
that's a fair. Sorry, not to interrupt, but that's
Yeah.
a fair point to also bring up. Is you can know the whole protocol, you can know what to do if there's an emergency, but just because you know the technique. I mean, part of knowing the technique is like starting off a little bit slower and then building up because
Application.
yes, exactly. But like where this person may be or what you've experienced before is like way harder. And, you know, then you move on to the next person. They're like, oh, like their easiest like warm up is their hardest. So,
Well, again, this is where we go. Technique.
sense?
Yeah, the technique. The technique is going to be like throwing a punch as soft as you can versus as hard as you can.
Mhm.
Right, and then doing the spectrum in the middle. Now you're developing the technique because each throw of a flogger, right, can go light, it can go medium, it can go hard, and then every deviation in the middle. But it's not until we get to that part where you're throwing as hard as humanly possible that I say, okay, in this place you can slip a disc, you can pinch a nerve, right, and this is how you're going to stabilize the person so that they are able to get back to their home or whatever they need to do in that space. So you have to learn in order,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But when people skip, right, the application and the emergency scenarios, then they're taking their life into their own hands,
That's true.
right?
I mean, I'm definitely I don't want to be a statistic. And I don't did you hear about that girl I think it was a year ago who saran wrapped? She
No.
wrapped the guy and he
That
died.
was last year. That was
That
like
was last
6
year?
months ago, yeah.
Damn, that was only 6 months ago?
And filmed it.
She was on live.
Yep.
She was on live and he was behind her and she wrapped him till she completely covered him.
And he was covered. She started from the head. By the time she got down to his feet, 8 minutes had passed.
He was already dead, huh?
why would
Well,
you
he's
start?
probably unconscious,
Why would you start at the head?
right? With no air hole, with
Nothing,
no
no
breathing,
air hole over
nothing.
the mouth, nothing over the nose. She just
Whoa.
And she was sitting on his chest.
Yeah. Is she in jail?
No, she's still fighting.
Oh wow. Damn.
When you got that much money, he paid her a ton of money
He
too.
only paid her $11,000.
But I'm saying for a saran wrap scene, that's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot for saran
That's a lot.
wrap.
Hell yeah.
Shit, I would have took it for you.
You're like, come on over. I got the safety holes for you.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? You got the breathing apparatus. I'll get the fucking oxygen
Put a
tank for
tube in
you.
your mouth.
You look like Jacques Cousteau when I get done.
Shit. Okay.
Well, I was also on a court case, right? They hired me because I'm considered a breath play expert in the state of California. And the guy put the flip for the airway on the outside, not the inside. So every time they could breathe out, but they couldn't breathe in.
Damn.
Right? And he didn't know it until she went in the shot and vomited.
And she threw up and then choked.
And then choked. So he saw that and
Whoa.
he tried to unwrap her, but he didn't
Was
even
too
have
late.
scissors. He didn't have safety scissors. He didn't have nothing. He was trying to get in there with his hands to rip this stuff open. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And
gotta
then he
have them
didn't even
scissors
start
right
at the
there.
mouth. He started at the neck, trying to rip the plastic off. I'm like, you could have at least went up in there and pulled.
At least opened up an airway in her nose or something.
But see, again, whoever taught him saran wrap
They didn't teach him.
the whole thing, what happens in the case of emergency, right?
But that is one of those things that, where people see it and they're like, oh, well, I could do that.
Yeah.
That's just fucking saran wrap. Just wrap it around. And not knowing like the body needs to breathe and so there's a lot of steps that could be missed and safety is first. I do understand that. Sir.
Yes, I know you do.
Okay.
I know you do. I was just giving you shit.
I know. He's gonna forever give me shit. All right, so let's move into
Oh wait, we hear your
oh,
perfect
that's
sub?
right. We need to figure out who your perfect sub is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. My perfect sub. Let's see. I've never really done like a lifestyle kind of sub. You know what I mean? It's always kind of been.
But if you
Well,
were,
yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, no, I would say someone that is understanding and patient and open with communication. Obviously, did I say safe? Always safe.
Yeah,
That's gonna
safe.
be like every other one, safe. But yeah, someone I would say that I could view more so as like a friend, and I know there is a certain dynamic, but someone that I can view more as like a friend, someone that I would be comfortable like
with all the time, yeah.
yeah, not just within like we close the door, like that's a dynamic or like whatever it is. Like it's just all the time. Like if I can view you as like a friend, that not saying that you will be my actual friend,
Right.
But, you know, like
Right.
the ability to trust you to that extent
Yes.
would be like ideal.
I think I forgot one thing.
Go ahead.
You need to have some money. Just
Oh,
so we throw that in there.
Yeah, I mean if you're
And I know this is I know there's a difference between professional.
yeah, yes,
and
yeah.
I understand, but at least have some kind of money going.
you have to have a certain amount of money to be in partnership.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you can't
Yeah.
take care of yourself, that's one level of money to be able to sustain your own life. And if I want to go someplace to do something, you should be able to afford to go with me, even if you can't treat me. Is the first thing,
Right.
right? But then being able to have money enough to provide me with experiences
Right.
is another level,
Right,
right?
right.
And then there's the level where you're at where you can take care of me,
Right.
right? I think that those are the levels that every femdom should be looking for financially within the frameworks.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they're like, well, he's hot, and he's got this, he's that, and so he's my sub, and he's this. And I'm like, that's not a sub, that's a sex slave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And so
wow.
and that means you are going to be paying for that person forever,
because he's cute.
because he's cute. I know a person that got, I'm not going to say it because they're probably listening, but they have a lot of partners and ain't one of them got a job.
Do they take care of all of them?
Yep.
Wow.
And then be talking stress, you know what I mean?
What kind of
And
job
then be
do
sitting
you
there like they stressed and all the time and don't have no, when they have money, they have enough to be able to do this, but always be stressed. And I'm like, why do you think you're stressed? I mean, make sure that these people go out. If you're a dom, you should be able to make sure that you're helping them improve their life, and you taking care of them to that degree is not helping them take care of their life. It's like
But doesn't it also represent you?
absolutely, right?
Yeah.
If I took a tiger and made sure it couldn't hunt, I can't put it back in the woods. You know what I mean? I can't put it back out there because it'll starve to death.
Right.
So some people get partners so dependent on them that they can't function without them, and then they think, oh, we're in love. It's like, no, they're independent, right? And that's one thing that femdoms do very well, is making sure that during their selection process that this person has the ability to hunt for themselves.
I think that is a step that I did not understand. I knew that you want to make sure that this person has a foundation that they can support themselves and be able to have experiences and things like that. But the hunting part, I did not understand. I do understand that a lot more now because, like, it's an extension of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense.
If you want to hear really good dialogue about this, Patrice O'Neill, the comedian, he has a great one about him not wanting to be in monogamous relationships, because he said, if I don't know how to hunt and go out and get girls, you're going to take me for granted. If you think that I'm dependent on you, I can't get anybody else, you're just going to treat me like anything else. And so I got to go out there and put my pole in the water just so you know that I know how to pull something. You know what I'm saying? That just to say, I'm here because I want to be, not because I have to be. And a lot of people, that's the shadow that they don't confront, especially men. They don't confront this part about themselves. They become so dependent on their person that they can't hunt anymore. Right? And I'm like, fuck that. You want a tiger under you,
Yeah.
Just because I'm a shepherd don't mean I lead sheep. I got every woman with me is powerful. right? Every woman with me got a job or has got their own career or is doing something. They making moves. They're building. They're moving forward. And it's like I want to be somebody who's worthy of someone's submission,
Right.
right? Not
Right.
someone who is putting a person they're in submission because they have no other choice.
And that is a thing.
Yeah.
That is the thing. I've seen people who don't have the means to support themselves, and they attach themselves to a dominant, and that becomes like their parent. Like that's how they eat, how they sleep. They don't know when to drink their water. They don't know nothing. And I don't know. I personally couldn't deal with that. That's a little bit too much. That's like a kid having somebody that's on your tit all the time. And like, I don't have time for that. I have other things I gotta do.
So on your tit all the time. I
All
love
the
that.
time? Sheesh. I mean, I can give you it a few times, but goddamn, all day? Shit.
You
Not
can't.
really. You can't actually.
You really
can't
can't.
actually-
Nah. It's good for a little
No.
while.
Right. Good for a little while, as usual.
And that's the whole thing. It's like as we're dating, I think the thing is to continue to date the person that you're with for as long as humanly possible.
Uh-huh.
When we stop dating, that's when our relationship goes down. That's when we start having sexless marriages. And it's like it's hard because you've been with somebody maybe 4 or 5 years, you live together, and now you're seeing them in their drawers. You know, they're not closing the door on the bathroom no more. You know, they're pooping and doing all kinds of carrying on. And it's hard to, but before when you first met, they were wearing their best, they were always shaved, they're always, smelling good. It's like, and then we wonder why our sex life just stops.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like it's not a fucking rocket science. You know what I mean? It's literally stop. Going back to what we used to be when we first met.
Yeah. I do like the aspect of, finding.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's out.
Yes, ma'am.
I like the aspect of, finding something new out about I feel like with Orpheus, I kind of always, every time we sit down and we meet on Thursdays, I learn something new,
Yeah.
and I feel like I don't think I've played all my cards when it came. I don't think he does everything about me, but I think that's the quality of when you're in a good relationship and you can go into a different arena and have small conversations about something new. Well, you never knew this about me. Let me tell you, because for me, in the past, I kind of would keep my past.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I realize how important it is because you learn about a person from their past. Of course, you're learning to move forward, and you have experiences that make you a better person. So you're not going to give them that energy, but learning those little things, like I learned about your childhood recently, and I was like, wow, like I didn't know. I never asked him those questions, but to be able to have that time every week and find something new about him that I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah. We want to avoid being stagnant in any aspect of your life. You know what I mean? If you're not growing or trying to grow, then there's a problem. Like there's a reason why you're stagnant, and there's a reason why you should change things up and do things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'm like really big in the words, right? Here's the thing: everybody grows regardless. There's nobody who's not growing. Growing isn't in your control, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody grows regardless, but we can't choose our direction. We can choose, and you either grow towards somebody or you grow away. Right.
That's
so
real.
if we're not both going towards each other, then what the fuck are we doing?
What are we doing?
Right. That's what it's about. And people who are committed to growing together are people who are healthy. People are growing like, I'm going to grow on my own. I'm going to do my own thing. I got to do it. Go be by yourself. Right. But we are supposed to be entangled, enmeshed. We're supposed to be together as human beings. We've always existed as groups of people. Very few people can survive by themselves alone and be fully met. Oh, I got a good ash right here. Right?
Put it in your pants.
Oh, I put him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not hot.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
When I did it, it was hot.
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody, they were like, oh,
It's got to be
like, oops.
it's got to be about 1.5 inches, 2 inches before it's ready to go, especially in somebody's mouth.
Ooh, I seen that in New Orleans. Queen Hilarity.
Not take that way, but okay, yeah.
Queen Hilarity.
Right.
She was smoking a cigar on the balcony, and her sub was sitting on their knees, and she went into their mouth, and they went.
Yep.
And I was like, wow,
It's hot, ain't it?
wow, oh wow. Cause I know I can't do no shit like that, but it was hot.
Yeah.
The way it looked, it was hot as
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah, interesting.
So as you're, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said the more you learn. That's
Yeah.
it. Go ahead.
Well, I think this is why I was going to run for a leather title, but Indigo was against it.
Oh,
And then
let's talk about
and then
that.
do another leather person that we know who's really a big luminary in the community was against it. And then someone else mentioned that I should not do it.
Really?
Yes.
And you decided not to?
I decided not to.
Wow. I thought you were going to go against what everybody was saying.
No.
I really did.
Well, I mean, I really value, you value people's opinions, but when you get multiple people's opinions who you value and they all say the same thing, you probably should listen. But this is
Yeah.
this is actually encouraging me to start my own leather family again,
Yeah.
right?
We spoke about that last week. I think I did my vision board and I put that on there.
Yeah, I got to do it, and I'm going to just commit to it. And if you have a few good people that you can really trust and depend on, people who are invested in your growth and your development, that's really all you need.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I'm actually committing on air to expanding my leather family.
Expansion of the leather family. I'm sorry. This also brings me to a great point in the middle of the show. If you are not a subscriber, go right now and hit subscribe. This is the new season. We will be doing some live recordings and some lives this year, and we want you to be involved. So make sure that you subscribe, like, and share this right now. If you are not a subscriber on our Instagram or our Patreon, go ahead and go there now. The last thing we did a free, not it's free now on Patreon. I'm being nice for the first month or so, so you can go listen to the audio only episode from our last podcast episode. So make sure you do that. And also make sure that you go to dommenate.com, DOMMENATE.com. And we're back. Oh, but wait, one more thing. You have an event that we need to announce on here as well. I know he didn't tag us, y'all. He didn't tag us on Instagram because he's doing a munch he didn't want us to be a part of.
Not a munch, a meetup.
It says munch on the page.
Oh, it should. Okay, well, that's why I didn't tag everybody because I'm still getting the languaging done.
Okay.
Because munch involves food, and this is not going to be a food. It's going to be a meetup.
Okay.
Right? And so I'm doing a flogging meetup. It's called Saints and Stripes. And it's about for flogging enthusiasts. And I want to stress that this is not a class. This is not something that I will be teaching. This is an opportunity for people who flogger makers, for people who are flogger users, for people who love receiving floggers, can go be with other people, make connections. We might have a place where people can even practice throwing their floggers. Maybe get critique from other peers. This is a peer-based event.
I like it.
Right, and I will be bringing in some people who I respect and who helped me flog in the very beginning. So there's some people who I'm not going to say they're better than me because I'm competitive as fuck. Right?
This is true.
But I'm going to say that they do types of flogging that I can't do.
Oh, that's interesting. What can't you do, sir?
So I can't juggle floggers. I've never been able to throw floggers and catch them and do that. I've also never been able to do like small circle flogging where you're trying to
like this.
You're spinning the handle and not the thing. Right, and they look like little buzz saws. I can't do that. And also heavy striping, I'm not very good at that. I can do it, but I can't do it with the type of flair that other people can. And then finger floggers, I fucking hate finger floggers. I think they are the most ridiculous thing on the planet. But there's an art to it, and there's people who do it way better than me. So I'll be bringing people in who are looking to do stuff like that. And I am going to, maybe in the first few months, it'll be open to everybody. But afterwards, I'm going to close it, and people will have to, come in. And we're going to screen through people.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Because I really don't want to waste my time. Honestly, I want to be with people who are enthusiasts about flogging, and then I might do a fire play one.
Ooh, that is something that I really want to learn. And Okay,
Little
we're not
side
gonna
eye.
talk about it because it ain't happening. It's not happening.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to differentiate between the information that I'm disseminating to my family, friends, and leather family
Hmm.
versus what I'm going to be a part of with other people. So again, when I do the fireplace thing, I'm not going to be teaching,
Okay,
right? I'm going to be open to other people coming in
you
and
teaching.
somebody maybe doing bubbles or doing, blowing or doing some colorations or something like that, and it's not going, and it's also this stuff is free.
Oh,
Nobody's paying for any of this. This is all people volunteering their time and effort
right.
in these spaces. So I'm going to be looking for volunteers, um, and we're going from there. And also, we're thinking about doing a patch system
Ooh, I like
where
that.
people who are high up, they'll have a Saints and Stripes patch.
I
Oh,
like
nice.
it.
People
Okay.
who do fire play will have something of the fire, blah 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 patch,
Yeah.
and it just means that they're a part of these groups and that they have somebody on the other side where they can be accountable to.
I like it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
But I want to just make a clear delineation between what I'm teaching my family and what I'm teaching in the community.
Okay, I like it. All right, so let's get into. Let me make sure I stay on point. Okay, so we actually had some people send in some questions because they weren't going to be able to come to the live. And so I think it's very cool. And I would like to let me ask you guys, I'm going to ask you guys the questions, okay? Hold on. Give me a second.
Boy, Oracle don't be playing with her cigar, boy. She be putting that.
That's how I smoke weed. You know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Fast. I was going to say something
I was
really
gonna say
dirty.
something.
This is why when we're here, just people left giggling the whole time.
See, she over there playing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing. That's why yours keep going on.
Dirty minds, dirty minds.
Hey, if I was at the leather club, them dudes would be looking at me right now.
Because you smoking the way you smoke it. And you just be like,
It's just, you know what I'm saying? I gotta tell you, I'm not a big fan of going to leather bars because it's not my community, right?
mm-hmm.
But what I do love is a big looking leather daddy when he bites in the cigar and it's like a drill sergeant. He got that big
Like,
fucking cigar on
"Aye."
the side of his razor. You know what I mean? The jawline is all ripped. I'm like,
Is that how
damn,
you
I
wanted
wish.
to wear your cruise outfit and have like a big cigar? Isn't that what you
Oh,
want? Is
absolutely.
that
I was gonna get a big one too, and them big round ones, and
and hold it on the side?
cut my jawline all up nice and hard, bring that beard to the front, push my hat forward. You know what I mean? Oh
Mm.
yeah,
It gives me a snarl face when you talk like that. Like, "Arr."
yeah. And
I
you
like it.
talk through your teeth. You know what I mean? Just
Get over
gesticulate
here.
with the
Get
cigar.
over here. You put the cigar like this.
Mm-hmm.
Get over here. Hey.
You know, the other thing that I really love is when the person's immobilized and you use the cigar as the gag.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? Like there's
I'm gonna buy cigars from my bag. Ah, that was hot. Just the thought of it. Damn.
Perfect place.
yeah. I used to make my subs keep my cigars lit because there's a way that you can keep them lit without smoking them.
Really?
See, that's what we won't get into all that right here because that's too much game.
My heart's not beating fast.
You know what I'm
Shit.
saying? Because so you have like
Damn.
a sub on their knees and they're sitting there. They're your ashtray, but they're also your lighter. So they keep everything lit. You park it in their mouth. They do that thing to keep it lit, and you ash in their hands.
Oh yeah, I like it. That's nice. I
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? And you just leave them because it's a type of objectification.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're just
I
playing
don't
with
know
it.
what you're saying, but I like what you're saying.
Thank you.
I gotta get my own lit.
Right. You know what I mean?
If somebody else, see if you have somebody that can keep it lit, you can just be like, here, hold that,
I'm just be like
hold this in your mouth,
Mhm.
hold it in your mouth, hold it
Yeah.
on.
And then when you like put it in there sideways, and you're just sitting there with it in their mouth.
You see what I did there?
You lucky you hot.
My cigar's almost
Sometimes it
done.
can be easy as that.
It is as easy as that,
Also,
right?
to get somebody
Let
to
me
shut
see.
up,
Let me
right, to
see.
get them to stop talking, you just park it right there between their lips. You know what I mean? And make them sit there with it in their mouth.
I'm totally getting a whole box of these mugs from my bag. Like what? Excuse me. Here you go,
And
baby.
you don't have to smoke cigars to use cigars either.
Okay, good, because like mine keeps going out.
Well, because
You don't suck enough.
exactly. you're really
You got to start
our
sucking
our
more.
image of you is kind of going down right now.
Relight it. Hold on, I'm gonna show you.
While he's relighting, let me. Okay, so the first question, first scenario,
Rude.
it's role reversal. I'm a dominant woman who met a submissive. We moved in together, and over time, I realized the dynamic flipped. I'm now accommodating him, managing emotions, and no longer leading. How do I address this without blowing up the relationship?
Okay, because I
Mm,
am a female, so
mm.
that's for you.
This is a female.
I know you said role reversal.
Oh, okay. She's a dominant woman, and she met a submissive. They moved in together, and over time, she realized that the dynamic flipped, and she's accommodating him, managing his emotions, and no longer leading. How do you think she should address this without blowing up the relationship?
You, go for it.
I'm
You
asking both
guys
of y'all.
I just have so many questions. How long were they in a dynamic before they moved in together?
But we're not gonna know that.
She didn't tell us all of that.
Okay. Let me reread it. Hold on.
Okay, so my question is, why did you move in with him? Huh? Right there. That's one question. And to me, it's seeming like she didn't have a foundation in the beginning. So if she didn't have, I mean, it's
I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, they could have had a really good foundation, and then things just started to slip a little bit. I think, I mean, for me, and not to interrupt you.
Wait, just to make sure we're clear. She said she didn't have a good foundation. You said they.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking about
which
she.
one are you
Yeah.
talking about? Are you talking about she didn't have a good foundation, or are you saying
Oh,
they?
I'm just saying in general, their dynamic. That just because the foundation now is slipping doesn't mean they didn't have a good foundation at the beginning necessarily.
Okay,
Like, you know,
okay.
moving in together, things can change, right?
Okay.
So, but I mean, now that I'm saying that out loud, I could be wrong.
It feels a little
It
different,
feels a
right?
little
It
bit
feels a little
different,
coming out.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking about her foundation as a dominant
Right.
versus their foundation as a couple.
Right, because why would she move? Why did she move in with him? Why did she move in with him? To me, it seems like she, not like she needed him, but she might have needed him a little bit more than he needed her.
No, I think what it is, and I'm just gonna say from a male dominant perspective, people only have a certain amount of curriculum in their day, right? When you mentor with somebody, your first sub, you may have 6 months worth of curriculum, and then after 6 months, it starts to wane
Yeah.
and become vanilla because you've run out of stuff. Next
That's
sub,
real.
you'll probably have a year worth of stuff, right? Because you're planning during those 6 months where you were losing, right?
Uh-huh.
Now you only have a year worth.
Mhm.
Right? And if you move with somebody after a year, you're going to run out of it and you're going to default back to vanilla. You have to have 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8 years worth of training and conditioning to be able to sustain that relationship over that period of time.
That makes sense.
Right? If we're going to live together, you're on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you're going to burn through your curriculum really fucking fast.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen is you're going to default back into your vanilla ways because we have 40, 50 years of being vanilla.
Mm-hmm. And it started being more like a relationship, like a love
Right.
relationship.
And so
yeah.
that's what I'm saying, that her foundation
Wasn't
might not have
stable.
been there.
That's what I believe. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that.
But the question is,
How does she
address this without blowing up the relationship?
She should go get training.
She needs to go get training.
She needs to get training. The sub don't need to get trained by the dominant. The dominant gets trained by another dominant. You know what I mean? She needs to go out and get training. She needs to go out and get curriculum. She needs to find what the archetypal narrative of her relationship is. Is she a mommy dom and she's got a baby sub, right? You know, is she a caregiver? Is she high strung, supreme mistress of all she surveys, right? Well, she needs curriculum in that. Is it her job to teach? Is he a protector sub and she's the protected?
Yeah.
Right? What is the framework?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Without that framework, you don't know which direction to go.
That's real. Look at we got our first little message from someone who had something bad to say. This is awesome.
Somebody has something bad.
Yeah, well they said, and you misspelled dominant so badly. Why? What the fuck is this trashy shit? I love it. You gotta have haters. You know what I'm saying? We spelled it.
No,
They
don't
just
tell
don't-
them
I like
because
it.
because here's the thing. It means you don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Right.
So you're probably on the wrong page.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
shut up and listen, right? And then you can figure out what we're talking about. Or if you're not a part of our culture, if you're not a part of the process, then you're part of the problem.
Right. And this is probably not the page for you.
Absolutely.
That's how it goes. You know what I'm
Shut up and
saying?
listen.
We gotta address stuff. You know what I'm saying? But hi and bye. Okay, so second person. Second question. Oh God, did I go too far? Okay. Unsure approach. I'm a submissive who met a dom I deeply respect. I don't want to be disrespectful or desperate, but I don't know how to approach her without overstepping. What's the right way?
Ooh,
That's a good one.
this is a gender one thing. This is a gender one here because I think the way a male dom and the way a fem dom would do this is totally different. So I'll be quiet and let you guys have
So when I am approached, the majority of the time, if I'm approached online, the best approach is they send a cash app first. They send a cash app, and they usually send me a message on Elevate and Dominate page or Goddess Aurora page, and that's like because on my FetLife it says you will get my attention that way.
Yeah.
So most of the time, that's how my attention. And then we'll have a conversation. I'll ask them a series of questions. If they don't respond in the correct way in those series of questions, I kind of will keep a little conversation going. But let's say, I don't think I'm the right dominant for you,
Yeah.
because they don't really understand. And I also created this full like form and everything for people to find out. And if they're not willing to go in and fill that out, it's no
Yeah.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think when people have approached me, it has been similar. I have gone the route of asking for a tribute, if you will, right away. Doesn't always work, but I I would say like I don't mind a little bit of a conversation at first, just to see, like, if you want certain things that I just do not do, then I'm much rather like I don't even want your money, just like
Right.
stop wasting each other's time, just move ahead. But if there's someone, for example, who's looking for a session, then like I don't mind a small conversation. Then I'll say, if you want to be vetted and a more in-depth conversation, then this is what it costs for my time and availability, and then we go from there. But if someone is like, if I'm at an event and someone is approaching me, I mean, just don't be aggressive. Like we're all still humans at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like if you come up and you're like, I don't know, just too aggressive, then like I'm like, you're gonna be shooed away from me, or I'm gonna be punt, like
The wonderful
real
thing,
quick. So
have you ever had a sub approach you aggressively?
I mean, sometimes at events, people will just come up and like they're trying to talk from the bottom, or
Oh, yeah.
whatever it may be, and yeah, so yeah, I have not to where I felt uncomfortable because I was in a studio space, but yeah, I've had people come up to me like where I was like, you're way too in my face right now, like
Back the fuck up.
you can't be interrupting my conversation with someone, you can't, like yeah, so I've had that happen. Yeah.
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 So now
it.
your view, sir.
Okay, so if I'm training a dominatrix, the first thing I tell them is go on your profile and write down the protocol that you want them to follow all the way through, and then put something at the bottom that says something contrary. So it's like do this, 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 and this,
Yeah.
and then at the bottom it says include. I read this, 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 and this to make sure that they went through all these things and put it in the subject line. Right,
Yes.
to make sure that they can follow directions. So if they go into your FetLife and they look and they just do half of it, but they don't have that, they should be immediately just thrown out. Right. The second way to be respectful is to follow whatever protocol they've given you. Right. So if you see somebody, let's just say they're on FetLife and they're looking at your profile, you're looking at their profile, then you should sit there and go, she thinks this is respectful. This is this. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you like it or you don't like it, that's what you're going to do. And that's what's respectful. Right. The problem happens when people don't put that information up and you're kind of just freestyle. Right. In that case, you should send them a message to say, I would love to be able to know what's the best way to interact with you in a respectful manner. Should we do this in person, email, this, that, and the other? Or can you help me through the process of navigating being in proximity to you?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
That's really simple. It's like let them lead you. Come in there with this mentality. In reverse, though, I like when a person puts in writing that they want to serve me.
Yeah, yes.
I like a person just to come, send me a nice email, a nice letter, something so forth that says, my name is, I'm interested in how you see me, where you met me, what you would like to be able to provide for me, and this, that, and the other, and then go through it. And then we can then I'll send a message back if it feels good, and if it doesn't, I won't. Right? But it to me, that's the best way to do. And then also being clear with the type of service you want to provide. Subs, specifically fem subs. If you don't have a resume, then
Mm,
you really shouldn't be approaching DOMs for any real service.
that's I did not know that. I didn't know they had resumes. That's some real new shit for me.
That's old school. Like I have a resume. I have my kink resume is 3 pages long, right? And so I'm like, I put a lot of time into learning how to flog, do fire play, breath play, do all these other things. I've won awards and accolades. I put time into this. I
Hmm.
want to know that you did the same thing. You're not just here because you got nice tits and ass,
That
because
makes
that goes away after a while,
yeah, for sure, for
right?
sure.
If you ain't got something that says I can do this, that, and the other, here's the type of service I'm interested in providing. This is how much experience I have, blah, blah, blah. Here's how you can utilize me in the best way humanly possible. Then
Hmm.
don't apply for the fucking position.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, and I will say, if you do get a response back with some questions, don't just be like, yes, no,
No.
I don't know.
Right,
Like,
right,
you know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
right,
Like,
right.
if there's no detail as to what you are inquiring or wanting to converse about, like,
Hmm.
I have no reason to want to try to converse with you. Like, now you have my attention, and you're just gonna be like, yes and no. No. Like, you need to give detail. You need to like what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
let me know what you're
Hmm.
looking for, or like, just give me something.
Yes.
Especially, can I just say that we live in a society where people talk about no gender roles, but then the first thing we do is default to gender roles, right? And so just understanding that if you're femme presenting, I'm treating you as if you are a female approaching me. If you're masculine presenting, I'm approaching you like you're a masculine person presenting me. I am going to base my interaction stereotypically on how you're presenting to me.
Hmm.
So I'm going to hold you to the criteria that I would hold any cisgender male or any cisgendered female.
Hmm.
You're going to get the same thing, no priority because you identify in a very specific way.
Right, right, right,
You
right.
know what I mean? And so I don't care. Everybody can serve.
Yeah,
Everybody can.
everybody can serve.
Everybody can serve. And I'm an equal opportunity person.
Hmm.
So come to me, but come correct.
Come to right.
You know what I mean? Have
That
that
makes
resume.
sense.
Have that
That's
resume.
you know what I'm gonna post that. That should be a post because I'm not sure if people really know about that. The submissive and dominant resumes. That's awesome. I like that. All right,
If
last. Go ahead. No, finish.
I was gonna say insert, if you when I was in doing Cirque du Soleil, we had a group resume thing. It's like here's how you make your resume, here's how you do the thing, here's the questions that were answered. And I don't care who you approach, right? So we had people who want to serve the group, and we had people who want to serve us individually. It's like, but we all use the same criteria. That way,
Uh,
when all of us get together and this person shows up, it's like I can be like, oh, this person ain't really for me, but look at the qualifications.
uh-huh.
Maybe someone else in the group is very much interested in that person,
That's pretty cool. I like that.
right?
I really like that. All right. So we're gonna go to our last scenario. Dominant exploring submission. I'm a dominant who's curious about exploring my submissive side, but my partner only knows me as the one in control. I can't. I don't know if this is a male or a female because they didn't really say.
It don't really matter.
All right. But my partner only knows me as the one in control. How do I bring this up without destabilizing our dynamic? That's interesting.
I'll let you guys have that one. I have all kinds of feelings, but I will shut up and because I have all the opinions.
Well, in a way, I'm kind of feeling like I don't think it's a problem being to explore your submissive side at all. I don't feel like it's a problem. I feel like you may be a switch, but that's something that you can explore. I don't feel like you should be locked into one thing. If you want to explore other sides of yourself, that is I don't feel like that's a problem, but it may be a problem to your partner. I have had experiences or conversations with couples, and the woman says, my husband wants me to be dominant, but I'm not really dominant. Like I'm a submissive, but I'll do it for him. Like
Yeah,
I've heard that,
yeah,
but I'm kind of feeling like then that's not really you exploring your dominant side. You don't really want to do that.
yeah,
You're doing it for that person.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so look,
Communication is key. For
yeah,
sure.
it is. It
Yeah.
is.
And I think people should keep in mind is like, and I know Orpheus will correct probably the wordage that I'm going to use or make it more fine tuned. That when you are a dominant, right, and a submissive tells you what they want, like you're helping provide that service, if you will.
Mhm.
But in a way, you are kind of being submissive because you're not just doing what you want to do. You're respecting their boundaries. And same thing as like if you're a submissive, expressing what you want, that is in a way can be seen as like you're stepping up and you're being dominant in that
In
sense.
that,
Like I
yeah.
know it's kind of like a weird, skewed way to look at it.
Well, you're advocating for yourself.
Yes.
Right.
So I just think it's like, in some aspects there's probably already a little bit of interplay in that, but like, I don't know, like how do you bring it up? I mean, I feel like you just find a way to bring it up. Like if you already have a good relationship where you can explore that aspect, then like I feel, like maybe not in a realm where there's like all your toys are out already,
Right.
and
Or at a play party.
yeah, or
Right.
you're in the middle of stuff, like like maybe just like sitting down to a dinner and discussing it, like changing the dynamics a little bit. I mean, I don't know. That's how I would do it, but
I recently seen this thing online, and this person was a dominant. What did they say? And they said that they wanted to explore their side, and what they did was they made it a teaching moment. So they showed them how they wanted to be wrapped, and it was a teaching moment, but it was also a moment where they were giving them the power also. And I was like, that was cool, and it wasn't. They got to explore that side, and it wasn't so they felt like they stepped out of it because they were still providing them with guidance in the moment.
real quick, look at my tip.
Oh, look at that! Very
you.
nice, very nice. So,
Go ahead.
so take your finger and if you can smoke it down to about 2 of those points, when you put it in someone's hand, it should be cool, right? If you do
So
1.5,
that's one. So that's still hot.
that's still hot. If you can do about 1.5, you'll see it'll be cool enough for them to be okay with it.
To put in there.
So my tip is still hot.
Yes. I look at it like this, right? Dominant is the role that you play in the relationship, but what your bodies do has nothing to do with it,
Mm.
right? So what you do with your body as a male, if you want to feel a knife on your body, if you want to feel flogging, that's what bodies do, right? If you want them to, like, if I wanted a person to give me a rough shiatsu massage, what's the difference between that and rough body play?
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're still taking charge. They're still leading you through an experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that way. But does that change the relational dynamic? It shouldn't,
Shouldn't.
right? So if you're telling me that you want to bottom, it shouldn't be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling me that you want to serve, then that could be an issue.
Now we have a problem.
Right? If
That
you
makes
want to
sense.
wear panties and be told what to do and how to sit and stand and when to make dinner and all that other stuff, that's a whole different dynamic. And yes, there's nothing wrong with blowing up the dynamic and regrowing something new. If you get so attached to the way it looks now that you become afraid to explore your own sexual desire, then your relationship is not actually healthy.
Right. It's already over.
It's already over, right? Because eventually that desire will pull you so much so that you find someone else, and now you got 2 relationships, which alters the relationship anyway,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So you have to not be afraid of blowing the relationship up. As you should be really looking to say, what is it that I want? What does that look like? And what's the safest way to get it?
Mm.
Right?
It's kind of like what you were just saying. It's like, you have like a 6-month criteria or whatever it was. And like, so maybe in some sense, these individuals are at like a 6-month, like, mental capacity.
Right.
And now it's like, it's time to like uproot
Mm-hmm.
that soil, replant something, let something else grow. And then, you can go from there. Like, grow. Yeah.
Everything has a season.
And it grows and then it dies and it grows back and then it dies and it grows back. When we get afraid of that cycle, we're trying to lock it to this one state, it's going to fail. It can't be that.
It should be able to grow and expand and like all these different things.
This is a Buddhist.
No, that's okay. We got it. We'll get it
That
up.
was good job.
And you'll hear.
She's trying to put it in the cameraman's hand. Hey,
Mr. Cameraman.
Mr. Cameraman.
So, but this is a Buddhist phenomenology where we step into what's called I can't pronounce it, but it's called the space of pure experience, where you worry more about interacting with the space between you as opposed to each other. Right? Because sometimes it's how you look at a person, it's sometimes how you feel when that person's there, right? It's not the touching, it's not the doing, it's the presence that you convey. As long as a person's able to feel safe with you, that this is a growing event, and that even though you're in this space of receiving, that you're still kind of controlling the container, they feel comfortable with being guided. You can top from the bottom, right? It just depends on how they feel. So if people focus too much on flogging or spanking or doing all this other shit, then they never cultivate that presence and that sense of safety. I think it's called basho, right? And that to me is really important as we navigate further in this community.
I love that. You always speak so eloquently, and it makes you really think about, you know, think a little deeper on the question. I like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm glad people ask these questions because I never know what the fuck new people want to know.
Yeah.
Right. So actually asking me questions really helps me dive deeper into helping my clients.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's another aspect of this that I'm really interested in, and that's like guiding couples and teaching them how to navigate kink and coming into that. And you do that very well. It's something that I've really been watching him. Like, I think the first time I came over, I was sitting there and he had a conversation. He was telling his family, this couple something, and I was just looking at him and I was like, oh my God. And then he finished and I was like, I just love you. And he was like, you love me? I was like, hold up. I mean, but it was just the way that he spoke to them. It was like, it opened up something in me, and I was just listening to it. And I know as a couple, if you're going through that, where you're trying to navigate those experiences and being together, and to hear it from someone that's been through it, and then the way that they receive it was like, man, I never thought of it like that.
It's like someone creating a safe space for other people.
Yeah, that was dope. You're pretty dope.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's good.
I got something. I got something that I want to talk about. You guys didn't ask me what I was looking for in the stuff. By the way, I'm just saying.
We did not.
I'm not getting.
Well, we know. No. What are you looking for?
I just had some revelatory conversation on Monday where I recognized a whole bunch about me I didn't know before. And
well, let's let it be here.
Oh man, one of the things that I recognize that I need is someone who's safe enough for me to explore my own desires. Because I get so busy holding space for everyone else that what I want goes away.
That's real.
You know what I mean? And it's like, well, then I'm not exploring my own sexuality, my own desires. And after 20, almost 30 years of holding space for everybody else's growth and development, I look at my growth and development and go, well, shit, maybe I'm not having the type of experiences that I want.
Really?
Yeah. And I can honestly say that I've maybe had two people in my entire life, two subs that were capable of holding my space. And that's in my entire life. Right. And so what I recognize is that I really want someone who is open to being what I need them to be when I need them to be. Right. And it's like, I can't tell you how many times I'll say like, oh, I want a person that dresses like this. And well, how come you don't like me? You can't accept me for the way I am. It's like, no, it's my kink. I have a kink. I want to see this and I want to play with that. And I want to feel into these roles and I want to play with this dynamic. Never mind. Cool. Just keep doing whatever you're doing. You know what I mean?
That face right there, that little like, forget it. It's
tragic
like that
acceptance.
Disappointment is like, it really gives a feeling. It gives a feeling like, oh, like, because you really want, I mean, I'm a person that looks at you and say, I want you to have everything that you need and that makes you happy. But it seems at times that it could be a serious task.
It can be. And that's the thing. I tell people I got serious kinks. I'm not here because I want to be. I'm here because this is the space that I can do those things. And I'm supposed to be with other people who are accepting. And then you find out people are not as accepting. You know, they have the same hangups that out there in here as they did out there. Right. And they're like, they want you to accept them for all their kinks and all their perversions and all their things. And then you go, well, I have a kink. And they're like, oh, I can't do that. I can't push myself in that way. Yeah, I'm like, go fuck yourself. Honestly. at 50 fucking 1 years old, I'm like, hey, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit.
With the cigar.
Right, hey, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? But I want to explore these things, and what I realized is I was just suppressing. I thought I was letting it go, and I was really suppressing because you can't let go of something that is you.
Mm-hmm.
All you can do is you just suppress it. And so I'm just like, okay, maybe I don't have to do any training. Okay, we don't have to do protocol. Okay, we don't have to do this thing that I enjoy. And then you just suppress it, you just lock it, and it just bubbles under the surface, and eventually it alters the relationship.
Yeah.
I found myself in more vanilla-esque fucking relationships as of recently because I'm just so tired of being rejected on my shit. So,
Oh, well,
but no more.
that from
2026 is going to be about me pursuing my shit.
Get ready, y'all.
This is my shit era.
Get ready for Orpheus's shit era.
Huh?
The way I said that.
I heard you. My shit era.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we are going to be shutting down pretty soon. But before we go, I have 2 questions I'm going to ask each one of you guys. You need to be honest.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I'm going to answer. I'm asking you. All right. 2 mistakes that you've made.
2 mistakes that I've made.
Mm-hmm, that
What
you
kind of mistakes?
in Kink, just any types of mistakes that you feel like that was wrong.
That one that I'm talking about right now. You know,
Okay.
taking quantity over quality.
Okay.
Right. It's like making sure I didn't make sure that people were able to or interested in facilitating me and my desires in the way that I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest friggin' mistake ever.
Okay.
And then the second biggest mistake is taking people and fixing them, fixing their issues and making sure that they're whole healthy, because as soon as they do that, they go out and find somebody else.
Ooh, Build a Bear. That's me. Hey.
Yep.
That's what I call it.
I call it Build a Dom Workshop.
Oh my God, that's the Build a Bear workshop. That is yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let you answer. Build a Bear. I feel it.
I would say ignoring red flags when I was already very close to someone, like giving a lot of leeway when I shouldn't have. And I think I do that as a person in general. So I think that's definitely one of them, which probably just goes into the second one of like not really standing firm in my boundaries, because I like to, I like to be like, oh, they're having a tough day, or like whatever. No, like never again. No. Never again. 2026, never again era. Huh.
That's right. These are the things
in the kink world.
I like it. Yeah. That's definitely. I'm riding with you right there. Not stating my boundaries and making sure that no one crosses those boundaries, and also just advocating for myself. I tend to be a person that is I help a lot of people. Even though I am dominant, I do help. I help. I'm always, do you need this? Do you need that? And I don't, when it comes to me, I don't take time for myself. I don't have days where it's just I have an hour, 2 hours to myself. I'm going to do that this year. That is a big mistake in this. I didn't I didn't carve out a space for me. And I still don't have that space for me. So I think this year I have to figure out how to carve out like 2 or 3 hours that are just for me, where I'm not working on a client or working on this podcast or working on a clip for the podcast or something like that, where I'm just like, no, this moment is for me.
I'm really happy that you're saying that, because ever since I've known you, you've had so much on your plate all the time. Like,
all
it's
the
like
time.
It's almost like overwhelming. Yeah. So I'm really, really glad to hear that you are going to do that for yourself.
I stepped into my house a couple of days ago, and I was just like, oh my God, I got to go do this. And I stopped and I said, you got to stop this shit. Whoever this other person is stood in front of me and was like, look, we aren't doing this shit this year. No, you cannot go to this event. You need to take time and sit here. Don't go online. Don't make a text. And I was like, damn, okay. And I did it. And it was only for 45 minutes. but now I got to make it a little longer, maybe a day, or maybe
Yeah.
I don't
Gotta
even know
start
when those.
somewhere.
I don't have any of those yet. I don't have a day for me at all.
45 minutes the first time, just like all of a sudden, that's actually a lot of time. So I'm glad.
For
that,
yeah,
So
yeah.
but yeah, keep doing that.
Thank you.
I'm going to say this. I think that there's a little thing that I'm going to adjust on your thing.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to say that I think that you should, as you're dealing with other people, making sure that your life is a priority in their life. Your priorities that you have in your life has to be their priority too. They can't prioritize their needs over the priorities that you've set for yourself. Because there's a difference between having boundaries and having priorities.
That's real.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, look, I got grandkids. If somebody's trying to supersede my grandkids, you out your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I got kids. If you're trying to supersede my need to provide for my kids, it's a problem,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like you can't say. I've literally had people like, well, you're always gonna be there for your kids. You should take that time for me right now.
Oh no, no.
Yeah, like I've had people literally say that to me, and I'm like, you got to get up out of here.
Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, or even like I was sick one time and this person was like, well, we don't get to do season this often, so you should just go ahead and just like take some cough medicine and let's do it anyway. And I'm like, you don't care that I'm sick and you still want to do a scene? I'm like, you out your damn mind.
Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah. My needs have to be prioritized in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's real. That is not a resolution. That is something that I'm standing firm in, and that is finding moments for myself this year. So this is the Elevate and Dominate podcast, y'all. I am Goddess Arroya
Mr. Sodessa.
and Mr.
Orpheus Black.
And this is the Elevate and Dominate podcast. If you are not a subscriber, hit that subscription button right now. Go to dommenate.com. Yes, DOMMENATE. There's a reason why it's spelled like that. .com. And become a member. Go ahead and sign on and get that copy of our newsletter once a month. Speaking of the newsletter, we'll be having some new writings from these two eventually. They're going to send me a writing for
By
the
the way,
newsletter.
I always have writings, so just ask me and put the date on it.
I don't have
When
dates.
do you
I'm
read
one
it
of those,
by?
like I said, I don't have time for myself. Where I'm sitting home, I'm like, damn, newsletter.
I need
And I'm on it right there. I don't have, on the 7th, we do the newsletter. It don't work like that.
but
I have to.
as a dom, you know what? Here's the
Okay,
thing.
sorry.
There's being in relationship with a dom, and then there's working with a dom.
Truth.
Right. So when we work with a dom, we expect that you're going to be a dominant person and say, I need writing on this day at this time.
True.
Right?
I know.
Not just, can you give me writing? It's like, yeah, I can give you writing. When? Space, place, time, sacrifice.
Okay. Look for those times.
I said it.
Look for those times coming very soon. I'm going to ask you both to carve out time in your day to create clips and photos and TikToks and all that shit too. You know, I'm asking you on camera. I'm looking at the camera and which looking at you too. Got that.
Done. Oh, somebody else said something.
2026. Hey, awesome stuff. Yes, we are definitely open to guest writings. Hi. How are you?
Who's that?
That's Father Bible.
It's
Okay.
Tickle Steve.
Tickle Steve, how are you?
Tickle Steve.
Yes.
I love how these male subs get creative ass names.
Tickle Steve is
Tickle
fun too.
Steve.
He's very fun. He's really fun. And he's funny as
My
fuck.
favorite was Slut Bottom Chris. Slut Bottom Chris.
Oh, I met recently Slut Bottom Chris, didn't I?
Yeah,
I
don't
think
know.
so. At a party.
Great person, by the way. But they got the cool names.
That's a cool aspect. Slut Bottom.
Lets
cool.
you know exactly what they're into. Tickle Steve, Slut Bottom Chris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
He's into more than just that, but yes.
yeah,
Just-
but
yeah.
I should be fired, God Orpheus.
We are definitely open to guest writings for our newsletter. If you would like to send in a guest writing, please send it to elevateanddominate@gmail.com. Okay. Also, go and become a member on our Patreon. You guys, you left us. We want you to come back. So we're gonna start putting exclusive shit on there only. This live is gonna be up and down, but you're gonna get the clearest footage on Patreon. Yo, bad. So you better go ahead and subscribe right fucking now, right now. So you know. But with that said, I love you all. I love you both.
You too.
Love you too.
It's been a wonderful this is a great. It's been like a busy setting, but I kind of feel like we still were able to like be in our own world. Yeah,
I thought this would be a great place to do it
yeah,
because it's got great background, great environment, and don't nobody give a shit about what we're doing.
it's so true. I was sitting there yesterday. I was like, "Fuck, where are we gonna record? Where are we gonna record?" I was like, "Outside? No, it's windy. Oh God, I didn't know what to do." And then, bing, genuine cigars. It came up in my head, and so I think we should grab the owner and bring him over here. Where is he at? He's in, oh,
He
he
went in
must
the
have
back.
stepped. He went in the back.
You want me to go grab them?
If you can, see if he's there. We're gonna bring him in just so that you guys know. Genuine Cigars is a cigar lounge in Santa Clarita. It's a great establishment. I've been coming here for a couple months now with Orpheus. He's been coming here for a while. It's a great place to come watch the game. We're gonna get out of here soon because the game's coming on, and they don't want us to be in here doing this while the game is on. But yes, come on over here.
Cameras.
We want you. You're on camera. You are live on
What's up,
YouTube.
folks? How you guys doing?
And this is your establishment. Tell them where
Sure
you're
is.
located.
We're located here at Town Center, Valencia Mall. Please come by, enjoy yourself. Hopefully these guys taught you how to experience a cigar, not smoke a cigar, but experience a cigar. So,
Uh-huh.
hopefully we see you guys. Mention that you saw her live. I'll give you a 10% discount on the
Ooh.
sticks, as long as you mention that you saw her podcast or the live.
Elevating down my yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
Come through, please.
Love
Support
it.
the shop. You know what I mean?
How long have you owned this shop? Because you're a new owner, correct?
That is correct. So I bought this place in August of last year. I'm just kind of trying to reestablish. I got my man right here,
Come
Mr.
on in.
Robert. He's also my manager.
Wait,
Good looking man.
Robert was in here playing a saxophone. Was it
Oh, is that
saxophone?
right?
A trumpet when we were in here the first time.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. I'm here. I like it. I love it.
What do you guys use for mics?
This is this is a Yeti, Blue Yeti.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: how long have both of you guys been into cigars?
Me since I was 18, but on and off.
On and off.
Robert here, he's like an encyclopedia.
So I basically started in the 90s and started in this industry around 2010.
Okay.
And 'cause I had kids, I wanted to get out of the entertainment industry, so I found this industry, and then just went head first, learned all about it, and still here.
He's
Still
definitely,
here.
I'm telling you right now, if you guys need knowledge about cigars, the flavors, the wrapper, where it comes from,
Mm-hmm.
pick this man's brain.
All
And
right.
I don't sell crap. If you smoke crap and you like it, I won't tell you not to smoke it. But if you ask my honest opinion, you'll always get my honest opinion. There's a lot of cigars that are overpriced, and all that stuff. And I'll always direct you to the right one.
But cigar place isn't just about the sticks, right? It's also about the community,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
And you guys have curated an amazing community where people can come, sit, socialize, and interact. I've done a lot of business here. How do you guys think that you've created this amazing, almost oasis in the middle of the city where people can engage together and talk about their similarities or so?
That's why I personally got into the business. It's just because when I used to go to lounges, I used to network with a lot of folks, just talk about life, politics. So it kind of makes you kind of get away from the hustle and bustle,
Mm-hmm.
from the real world, as they call it.
Mhm.
And then it's just like you say, creating a sanctuary where people feel comfortable, they can talk and speak however they feel. Nobody's going to judge. Everybody's just going to shake hands at the end of the day and then go about their business, So I think that's very important, especially in today's world, right? People
Yeah.
on social media all the time.
Yeah.
There's no more interaction, human interaction.
We're losing human interaction. Also, it's a place where you can escape and just be who you want to be.
Yeah.
A lot of when I first got into this industry, there were times where I would go clean up near somebody with some Windex, and they go, "Hey man, that's affecting my cigar." That's affecting the taste. So it's almost like guys, and also women, but mostly guys, want to get away from their home environment, maybe the vacuuming or something like that's going on. They just want peace. They want to smoke their cigar and just tell some jokes or just laugh with other dudes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a self-care place where you can take care of yourself so you can relax for a moment, so you can just get some of that other energy from other people who are looking to be social, hang out and do those type of things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's still peaceful. Like it's one of the last places you can go and have a difference of opinion, and you're not getting angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can sit here like we have guys that are very conservative, and we have guys that are a few guys that are really like
Liberal.
Very liberal.
Mondami liberal,
Uh-huh.
and they get along. They sit, they talk, and they get along. They may not agree on that stuff, but we know at the end of the day we're all humans and we all have to coexist.
And you
One,
can
we're all
shake hands
Americans,
after
that's
the
it.
conversation and
Yes.
walk out. I like
And
that.
I think that's why people come back here, you know what I mean? Because they feel that comfort. They
Yeah.
don't feel like they can't. I feel like if they're outside speaking about their belief, their political, whatever it is, they feel that they're going to get canceled or somebody's
Mhm.
judging them. Over here, we try to create something where it's respectful. You know, like I said, we try to kind of like a time capsule, like back in the days, we used to agree to disagree,
I like
you
it.
know? And that's what we try to mimic in this environment, especially with a cigar, you know what I mean? A cigar kind of brings everybody together in a sense.
It's like a watering hole in the in the jungle, right? All the animals come there, and the drama stops because we all need to get a little water, right? A little something, and we all come here and drink. So let me
Until the crocodile comes up.
well, I think you're the crocodile. So if you guys could give one tip to a novice, they're going to walk in this door for the first time, they've never smoked a cigar, they want to try and get into it, what would be that one tip that you say I would give to a novice, each one of you?
The one tip that I would give, wow, you put me on the spot, man. Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna find the perfect cigar for you. So we're not gonna put you into something because we want to sell you a $70 cigar. We're gonna give you the best cigar. The first thing we ask is, what do you want to spend? With that amount, we're gonna find you the best cigar so that you can come back and you're gonna say this was awesome. If you smoke that cigar and you go, this really doesn't, it's too weak or it's too soft, we'll get you something else. We're not gonna sit here and go, well, you're gonna have to buy it. We're gonna make sure that you have the perfect experience so that when you come back, you're going to be taken care of.
And I always tell people, like I said, it's like a piggybacking on him. I don't like to sell a cigar. I like to sell you the experience. Okay? I'm not selling you a cigar. I'm selling you the experience of the pleasure of sitting down and enjoying the flavor of the cigar and enjoying the ambient and the people around that you might, get to know. So it's definitely not selling cigars, it's selling the experience. Definitely for a beginner, we always like to, like Robert was saying, start them off where they're comfortable
Yeah.
and they're not feeling pressure that, I just spent $50 on this nasty cigar. It has a nasty taste in my mouth. I'm not going to come back. The goal is not that. The goal is for you to have a good experience and come back. And get away from all the hustle and bustle. That's the goal.
I have a question. Does this guy go to the gym holding the camera? Because he's been holding that
Yeah.
camera for a while. And my arms are getting sore watching him hold the camera.
That's a professional,
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
That's how you know he's a professional.
He's earning a gym visit right
And
now.
it's pretty steady too. You know what I'm saying? He even wavered. So I love this whole thing. This is about community. This is about self-care. This is about having a space that you can call your own, and community that you can come and visit and leave and come back to. And this is amazing space. So make sure that when you come through the Santa Clarita, Valencia area, that you stop by and say hi to both these amazing people. Even if the first time you come in is just to see what the vibe is like, stop in.
Stop in.
And also, too, let me just say for ladies, if you're looking at meeting guys, there's no better place to come in here and meet other guys. You know what I mean? And if you're, I always find it's a great place.
Professionals come here, ladies.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? This is a great place to meet people, and this is also a great place to take people for dates. I've actually taken a few people on dates to cigar places, and it's an amazing place because there's not the drama. We're not all drinking. People aren't drunk, and you can actually sit down and have a conversation with someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's an amazing thing. So that's all I want to throw
Yes,
out
thank
there.
you guys. We
No,
really
thank you,
appreciate
guys.
you guys.
And if you want to meet me, come in here with the Pittsburgh Steelers jersey.
Hey, yes, don't come in here with a Ravens jersey at all. Don't do it.
No, everybody's welcome. I don't matter. Everybody's welcome.
Sorry, Ravens.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for having
We
me.
Thank
appreciate you
for
too. Take care, man.
You guys take care. Hopefully we'll see you. Please
Yes.
mention you saw her live. we'll give you a discount.
That's
Sounds
right.
good.
Genuine
Thank you.
Cigars in Santa Clarita. Make sure you hit them up and make sure you tell them that we sent you because we might get some free cigars, y'all. You know what my goal is also? I want to get a woman's group in here. I want to get a bunch of cute women in here smoking cigars and drinking and talking shit and taking this
Arizona
place
has
over.
a date night, a singles night at their cigar place.
We need to
And
do
I went
that.
there. It was more women than I've ever seen, period, in a cigar place. I mean, it was like 2-to-1 in this space.
I think I'm gonna do that. I want to put together like a meetup of like women, and we all have to wear something sexy and black and get a cigar.
Yeah, it's like the boss bitches smoke month.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Come in there with your hat on. Come in
Yeah,
there
you
with
gotta
your,
have
your,
or your
boss
suit. Yeah.
Can you imagine dominatrixes just coming in here just
Oh
geared
my
up,
God,
right?
that would be
Geared up?
amazing. Yeah, ladies.
Dude, that would be
Hit
a sight
me.
to see.
Look,
You know what I mean? Like, I'm even fanning myself. I'm showing up on that night.
That's hot. Leather boots and all, ladies. All right. Well, we are the Elevate and Dominate podcast. We want to reflect on the last year. It was a great year, but this is going to be a wonderful year. We're asking that you become a subscriber, become a member, just come out. We're going to be having some live events very, very soon. So if you want to come, make sure that you go to the Elevate and Dominate podcast Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Patreon. All right. We love you. Tits up, baby. Tits up. He don't have none. Tits up. Oh yeah, tits and testicles. That's what we do.
Tip up.
Oh wait, we should do that.
Tips up.
Let tips up. There we go. Instead of tits today, it's tips up. Thank y'all.